In what ways is it damaging?
Like it kind of can destroy people's perceptions of like what a real life looks like.
But the negatives outweigh the positives in a major way, and especially on mental health, anxiety, school refusal, that plays a big part. So it's something that I haven't seen the positives, to be honest, in school.
My attention span's gone horribly. Like trying to watch a movie, I can't sit still. But like I'm a different kind of person. I love to go out, nature, camp type stuff. Like I'm not really a social media sitting in my room type.
There will certainly be benefits to the ban, but the ban will also be very strict. The proposed ban will limit anyone under the age of 16 from using social media. No exceptions. But the onus won't be on parents or the young people themselves to ensure this, rather the social media platforms. Social media platforms will have 1 year to find a technical solution to barring underage people from their sites, including removing existing underage accounts. Methods to verifying age could include collecting biometric data or government ID from users upon sign-up.
I think, in theory, absolutely. Logistically, I struggle to see how it's enforceable or stable or anything like that. But I think it is a step in the right direction, potentially.
The platforms will be fined if they do not make a reasonable effort to make changes within this upcoming year. Meta, the company behind Instagram and Facebook, said the technology isn't there yet, and that there are other solutions to making online spaces safer for young people, particularly over a flat ban.
When I was 16, I'd just gotten out of COVID, and I feel like without social media, I wouldn't have had a lot of the friends that I have today, because not only have I met my best friends through Snapchat, Instagram, but it's just especially coming out of COVID and lockdown, I feel like social media was a really great way to connect with a bunch of people that went through the same thing I did.
This current generation are growing up in a digital age, and developing skills in navigating online spaces are, for many, essential.
Could be an alternative, like WhatsApp for kids type thing, like that, much more constrictive, probably something like that, because you can't shut off kids from social media further.
I definitely think that social media should be restricted to a certain age level, but I think they should maybe do it around 13, entering high school.
But now that the law has passed, alternatives are off the table, and tech companies will have no choice but to comply with the ban.
It is good to put some restriction on it, but I don't really know how it's going to play out. So it'll be interesting, to see how well these restrictions work.
Yeah, sure. The ban will be effective from late 2025. Matthew McDonald reporting for See Today, Melbourne.
Yeah, I guess the same question is in our heads, right? How are they actually going to implement it? Even before, I still remember when Facebook came out, when I had my first Facebook account back in 2006.
Yeah.
I mean, there was age limitation as well, who could sign up, but we all also know that, 12 years old and 10 years old, they still signed up too. So I guess maybe identity verification would be an answer, but I don't even know whether identity verification technology will be able to differentiate between 10-year-old kid to an adult, right?
Also the safety of that, right?
Yeah.
Like they mentioned before, that government ID is one of the way to know that someone is above 16 or not. But then again, Facebook mentioned that right now they don't have the technology to do so.
Right.
Do they not have it, or they say they don't have it?
That is the question.
Of course they would have the technology. It's not that hard, I guess, to do that.
Yeah.
I guess they have to comply.
Yeah, but this is one of the things I love about Australia, right? For example, they discourage people from smoking, Australians from smoking, by making cigarette prices exorbitant.
Insanely.
Right?
Yes.
And now they're doing this, and I don't think there are any other countries who are doing this at the moment.
And also, they recently implemented that rule where you can't reply emails or text messages to your employer past 5 p.m.
Are you kidding me?
Yes.
That's
It's not
fantastic,
allowed
Marina.
for any employer to send a message to their employee past 5 p.m.
That's
to to maintain that work-life balance, which is so great.
Absolutely, absolutely.
That's very important.
Well, why don't we look at Australia to do some of these healthy policies for the people? Anyways, we are up for our first short break. When we come back, we'll bring you some of the top stories coming from the country, Indonesia.
What's up, you guys, and welcome back to the channel. My name is Christian Hansen. In this video, we will be exploring I have a new video coming up tonight, so I have to make sure everything is ready, but this has been a great trip.
Sudah dipastikan itu belum ada pengobatan yang bisa mengobati DM1.
Pernah berpikir untuk mengakhiri hidup aku sendiri, karena waktu itu aku merasa sendiri, sama sekali nggak ada yang bisa aku ajak bicara.
Pada saat yang bersamaan, aku sama papa konsumsi sebuah suplemen dan papa waktu itu mulai drop beberapa kali masuk ke rumah sakit. Vitiligo ini sebenarnya bukan kulitnya yang perlu disembuhkan, tapi mentalnya yang perlu dikuatkan.
What's happening now?
President Prabowo Subianto and Vice President Gibran Rakabuming Raka that took their oaths of office at the Parliament building earlier today.
Exclusive interviews and all the latest in entertainment.
We don't talk only about the money, but we talk about the timing.
Spice up your afternoon with a variety of up-to-date information.
Buenos Aires, Argentina, where Liam Payne passed away on Thursday.
Don't miss it for 3-hour news show every day at 5 p.m.
I'm starting my journey old style in this beautiful traditional Felucca sailboat. There's no wind to sail this time, Abea. Hello. Hi. Look at these guys. It's like Noah's Ark back here.
Since I was young, I had an intense desire to discover the world around me. This is my first time driving in South America. That hasn't changed, just the level of adventure. Now, every journey has a purpose. And each time I venture out to explore new destinations around the globe. Yeah. There's a biggie under there. I am following my travel quest.
I'm Eric Hansen. When I see a trail, I see more than a path from point A to point B. A good trail is the ultimate opportunity to explore, to discover new landscapes, and to challenge myself. When I don't have a pack on my back, I'm thinking about my next big adventure, because my mission is simple. My mission is to discover the world's most epic trails.
Coming very, very soon, and that means a lot of people will travel. So that's why the National Police Traffic Corps announced on Tuesday that security operations for the year-end holiday are set to kick off super soon.
That is right. Now, with Christmas just being a couple weeks away, authorities have forecasted a 2.8% increase in vehicle traffic for this year's holiday season. As part of the holiday preparations, officials have carried out surveys along major routes and established coordination mechanisms with relevant stakeholders.
Through the surveys, they have identified spots that are likely to see congestion, including toll roads, seaport, and tourist destinations. A call center at 1-500-669, again at 1-500-669, has also been set up for the public to call for assistance or lodge their complaints.
Ada 3 klaster yang harus kita perhatikan. Yang pertama di ruas jalan tol. Di ruas jalan tol ini masih ada beberapa titik yang potensial terjadi kemacetan. Kemudian ada beberapa titik juga yang potensial ini rawan kecelakaan. Ini sudah kita mapping, ya, sudah kita inventarisir titik-titik mana saja, dan sudah kita siapkan personil maupun CB-CB yang akan kita lakukan. Kedua, di jalur penyeberangan, ya, terutama ada 2 titik jalur penyeberangan yang menjadi konsen kita, karena menurut survei kita, kemudian data empirik, ya, histori, ini dua penyeberangan ini yang menjadi titik krusial. Kemudian klaster yang ketiga ada di jalur arteri dan jalur wisata. Ya. Kenapa? Karena menurut survei 40% lebih, ya, yang dari 110 juta masyarakat Indonesia itu 42% akan melakukan perjalanan wisata.
And various preparations are also underway in multiple regions to ensure smooth sailing for travelers.
Banten Police's Traffic Division is drawing up plans for managing the flow of vehicles at Merak Port. Turning travelers back to Jakarta during peak hours is among the options to the table. Other measures against congestion, including diverting traffic to Serang and Cilegon toll exits. Authorities have also issued an advisory urging the public to comply with traffic directives.
Meanwhile, rail operator KAI is also ramping up its preparations, and its directors are also involved in carrying out inspections. Fitness for service tests and track surveys are also part of the effort. The company has reserved 3.5 million seats for long-haul passengers, having forecasted a 10% increase in holiday ridership this year. In addition, a non-stop service between Jakarta and Semarang was also recently launched.
Meanwhile, several long-distance buses in Bekasi have undergone a roadworthiness inspection, and 3 were found to be substandard. Parts that were inspected including tires, brakes, and lights. More tests are scheduled until a few days before the holiday kicks off. The head of Nusantara Capital City Authority, Basuki Hadimulyono, recently said that the development of judicial and legislative infrastructure will begin in 2025.
Yes, and he also said that the president instructed him to finish the construction of the central government complex within 4 years.
Jadi waktu perintah ke saya memang harus menyelesaikan ekosistemnya yudikatif, legislatif, dan yang sekarang baru eksekutif. Jadi mulai tahun ini kita siapkan ekosistem untuk kantor dan hunian yudikatif dan legislatif. Yang sekarang eksekutif sudah selesai Desember ini, tapi dengan feature yang dulu ya 34, Komenko-nya 4, sekarang kan 7. Gitu. Kita nanti akan bicarakan.
State-owned enterprises, or SOEs, Vice Minister Kartika Wirjoatmojo and Acting Jakarta Governor Teguh Setiabudi recently inaugurated 200 electric buses for Transjakarta.
Yes, and this was done to support the government's net zero emission goal, which also is done in an effort to push for more eco-friendly transportation in Jakarta.
Many are hoping that electric buses, which were inaugurated by the Jakarta administration and Transjakarta, can contribute much in, yes please, lowering air pollution in the capital city.
The Jakarta administration also appreciated Transjakarta's efforts in lowering air pollution through the addition of the bus fleet. They added that they aim for the Transjakarta company to exclusively use electric vehicles by 2030.
The SOE's ministry fully supports Transjakarta's transformation to a sustainable and eco-friendly transportation company. This aligns with the goal of the Jakarta administration, which is to entirely use electric vehicles within the next decade. This is also set to contribute to Indonesia's net zero emission goals.
dalam konteks hari ini sebagai pendukung, karena kami sebagai pemegang saham dari Damri mendukung untuk transformasi transportasi Jakarta menuju transportasi yang ramah lingkungan. Kami mengoperasikan 116 bis listrik Damri yang diharapkan nanti membantu Pak BJ untuk mencapai target di 2030 mengelektrifikasi seluruh bis Transjakarta. BUMN juga memiliki 2 moda transportasi yang terintegrasi dengan Pemprov, yaitu LRT dan juga KRL komuter. Dan kami berharap bahwa dengan semakin banyaknya moda transportasi ini dan integrasinya, maka kita bisa melayani masyarakat Jakarta dengan semakin nyaman, semakin aman, dan juga dengan menurunkan emisi di kota Jakarta. Terima kasih.
Dalam pengadaan 200 unit bus listrik high-deck di tahun 2024. Dan pencapaian ini juga menjadi nggak penting dalam mendukung komitmen untuk menghadirkan sistem transportasi yang lebih ramah lingkungan, kemudian juga yang berkelanjutan khususnya di kota Jakarta.